Hello friends, welcome to this session on energy methods. This comes under module 4. So far in module 4 we have studied two methods. In energy methods, first you studied strain energy method, second you studied unit load method, and third method is Castigliano's method. Castigliano's method. All these are unit load and Castigliano's. These are special cases of strain energy. But since they are very huge fields, we study them separately. So today we will be starting with Castigliano's method for determinate structures. So basically we will be studying only first theorem of Castigliano's theorem. So first theorem, what it states is, in a linearly elastic structure, partial derivative of the strain energy with respect to load is equal to the deflection at the point where load is acting. Deflection is measured in the direction of the load. So what it says is, partial derivative of strain energy with respect to load, it gives deflection. So the load here can be force or moment. So force is represented by P, moment is represented by M. So the basic statement the statement says is, partial derivative of strain energy, if U is strain energy, with respect to P, it gives us deflection delta. So similarly, partial derivative of strain energy with respect to moment, it gives us rotation theta. So this is the mathematical statement of the theorem. So mathematically we can say dou u by dou p is equal to delta. Similarly, dou u by dou m is theta, where delta is deflection, so it may be horizontal deflection or vertical deflection. P is point load or axial loads applied. If theta is rotation, then m is the moment, where u is total strain energy, and total strain energy u is given by under square root 0 to L m square by 2 EI dx. This is from strain energy methods. So to derive the theorems, let us consider a beam. This beam, it is acted upon a system of forces, say loads P1, P2, P3, P1, P2 and P3. Let these produce some deflections. Let the deflection be at P1, let the deflection be delta 1. At P2, deflection is delta 2. At P3, deflection is delta 3. Now this is the case when we are applying the loads P1, P2 gradually. Simply supported beam with gradually applied loads. Now what we will do is, we will apply some additional loads. So simply supported beam with additional loads. So what we will be doing is, again the same set of forces P1, P2, P3. Because of that additional load, this beam, it may deflect like this. So there is some additional deflection because of the additional loads. So let this deflection If this is delta 1, this is d of delta 1 additional deflection, delta 2 d of delta 2, delta 3 d of delta 3. Now let us start with the derivation. Consider a beam with loads P1, P2 and P3 applied gradually. Let delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3 be the deflection under loads. Therefore, strain energy is given by half P into delta. So U is equal to half P1 delta 1 plus half P2 delta 2 plus half P3 delta 3. Let this be equation A. Now let us apply an additional load. Additional load applied be D of P1. After this, let D of P1, this load be applied after the loads P1, P2 and P3 are applied. Let the additional deflections be D of delta 1, D of delta 2 and D of delta 3. So these additional deflections are produced because of additional load D of P1. Therefore, additional strain energy stored is given by du is half d of P1 delta 1 additional load plus original loads P1 d of delta 1 plus P2 d of delta 2 plus P3 d of delta 3. Let this be equation B. Now total strain energy is given by U plus du, original loads plus gradual loads both together. So I will write all the terms together. Half P1 delta 1 plus half P2 delta 2. This is equation 1, equation A. Half P3 delta 3 plus half d of P1 delta 1. This is from equation B. P1 d of delta 1 plus P2 d of delta 2 plus P3 d of delta 3. Let this be equation 1. Now, if loads P1 plus d of P1 means P1 was original load, d of P1 was additional load which I applied. Now, if load P1 and d of P1 are applied simultaneously, means at the same time, then total strain energy is given by half P1 plus d of P1 delta 1 plus d of delta 1. Load into deflection. So load is P1 plus d of P1. Deflection is delta 1 plus d of delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus d of delta 2 plus half P3 delta 3 plus d of delta 3. Let this be equation 2. Now, since total strain energy is same, whether you apply simultaneously or apply gradually, both strain energies, final strain energy should be same. Since total strain energy is same, equating 1 and 2. So I will be having half P1 d of delta 1 plus half P2 d of delta 2 plus half P3 d of delta 3 is equal to half P1 delta 1. So equating equation 1 and 2, I will eliminate the common terms. So I am left with half P1 d of delta 1 plus half P2 d of delta 2 plus half P3 d of delta 3 is equal to half d of P1 into delta 1. Now let this be equation 3. Now from equation B, so what I can get is, let's look at equation B, du minus half d of P1 delta 1 is equal to P1 d of delta 1, P2 d of delta 2 plus P2 d of delta 3, and that is nothing but these three terms. So these three terms are nothing but du minus half of dP1 delta 1. So I'll equate these two together. From 3 and 4 we get half du minus half dP1 d of delta 1 is equal to half d of P1 delta 1. Neglecting higher order terms, I am left with half d of u is equal to half d of P1 delta 1, or I can write in terms of delta is equal to du by dP. This is strain energy equation for load. So similarly I can write for rotation, I can write du by dem. For load, partial differentiation with respect to load. For deflection, for rotation, partial differentiation of strain energy with respect to moment. So this completes the first derivation. Thank you.